This stuff is matching up so well from using two totally different companies that don't talk together or anything. I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully you guys are feeling good about it as well. If you guys are interested in winning the motorcycles we build, you guys know what to do. There's gonna be a link down below. Check that link out. Little as $5, you can win yourself a dream bike that you could ride around. All right, guys, Brian and I are about to head to RTP. We got our wheels for our CBR1000. What we're gonna try to do and talk with them to figure out, we want these red lines and we want black wheels. We're not really sure, do we just get this part red? Do we get this part red? So to figure out how to make this the best way possible, we're gonna talk with RTP to figure out what they recommend, because they're professionals and we're not powder coating professionals. We are also gonna take these. The reasoning for taking that cover is so that they can see the red in person, so they can match the red to the best of their abilities. Now, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if it's perfectly matched, because the reds never touch each other, which is the only super important thing, but we do want it to be super close. So we're gonna grab the tank covers, grab the wheels, we're gonna head over to RTP, and we'll take you guys along with. What do you think they're gonna recommend? Just the black part, like just the bar? Or do you think they're gonna recommend like some of this area and some of this area?
I really don't know.
It's one of those cool situations where like, well, we don't know. We're just we're professionals in what we do.
I mean, I know how I would want to do it.
How would you want to do it? Go ahead and let's get it on camera how you would want to do it.
So I would want to do the hub and one of the 3 spokes, and then everything else in red, and then everything else in black.
So red, 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 red.
Nope.
Red, red.
Black, black, black.
Interesting. Kind of feeling like it's gonna end up being a red line, a red line, a red line, a red line, and there's a chunk of red there, and everything else is black. I feel like that's probably what it's gonna be. I forgot to mention, we're here at RTP. Boop. These are the same guys that did our powder coating on
The 300.
The 300. They did a phenomenal job.
You sure did.
We're going to talk with Sam, and we'll let you guys know what they recommend for us to do the powder coat of the wheels. We'll go from there. I don't really like recording. Oh, look, there's their little delivery car. Yes. That's what the dude showed up to our place with.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Okay, we're leaving. So, Sam, thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Y'all take care.
Okay, so, I think we nixed the spoke idea because the rotors would cover up the spoke. Yes. Totally didn't even think about that.
So what we're going to do is, Sam seemed really, really excited.
He got super excited.
He did. I could see it on his face. Even with his mask on, I can see it on his face, how excited he was. His wheels were turning pretty hard. So honestly, I'm excited for whatever it is that he's going to wind up doing, because this is what Sam does.
So we gave him what we needed. We wanted a black wheel with red accents to accentuate the fairings. He was getting so excited. We're like, you know what? Here's what we have to have. You do what you do and make this thing a thing. So we don't even know what it's going to do. But this is the beautiful thing about working with people that are really good at what they do.
You don't have to worry
You
about
can trust that that's going to happen. So we will update you guys when we get updated. We got to head out because we got to go meet other people that really know what they're doing to make other parts of a motorcycle. So cut back to whatever part of whatever video this one's in. Goodbye.
Hey Brian, what are we doing?
We are taking our itty bitty parts for our bike that need to be powder coated over to the powder coater. Off we go. We are here at RTP We were here last week dropping off our wheels to be powder coated. We have a box full of satin parts that are going to be powder coated in satin black. And then we have some parts over here that we're going to have this stuff powder coated in gloss black. We're going to bring this stuff in and see if they can help us out. And then we also have some other small bit stuff that actually bolts directly onto the frame. So we're going to try and get as close to the frame color as we can with the stuff that's inside the box. So let's head inside and hopefully they can help us out with what we need. So here we are, we're on our way out from RTP. They were not comfortable powder coating just these center sections because they didn't want to leave any tape lines anywhere trying to get around these rivets. So it'll probably be way easier for these to be painted than powder coated. So we'll have to send a message off to the painter and see if he could fit us in and get these painted up for us. So these are coming back to the shop with us for now. Everything else is here at RTP and we'll be back to get it when it's done. Let's get out of here, man. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to RTP Customs Powder Coaters here in Roswell, Georgia. We are here to pick up the powder coat for our CBR1000RR Street Fighter Build. We've got a mix of some different sheens of black, as well as some colors powder coated in there, hopefully. Why don't we go find out? Let's go find out. Speak of the devil.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
You guys ready for this?
We're ready for it.
Man, this project is probably one of the best projects we've done because the color combo. Check this out.
Oh man, it looks so good. Wow, you guys spent some time on that, didn't you?
Oh, for sure. Because the lining is just like you said, it's not square.
Yeah,
so
that makes it very difficult over the hump.
Yes.
Everything's on an angle that doesn't look right. When you're putting it down, you're like, this can't be right. You guys, looks good. Looks like it's almost looks like it's powder coated in two different sheens, like shiny and matte, even though this is just the raw steel from the carrier itself. So pretty cool. Yeah, it looks good. Came out good.
Excellent.
Good job, Sam.
That's what I like to hear.
Once again,
absolutely.
Always
appreciate you.
Always plenty happy with the work that you do.
Thank you. That means a lot to us.
Hey guys, guess what? I don't know what day this is, but of all that work to get stuff powder coated and sending Brian and Luke off to grab it, I finally get to see what this powder coat looks like. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at the wheels and goddamn. Okay, let's proper show these people what we got from RTP. Okay, now we got all the fanciness out of the way. So, we need a fairing. We need a fairing over here so we can kind of... I'm too big to go through that hole. Since when can I not see it? Our boys over at RTP, as per usual, this is the fairing piece. This is, our front fairing. What do you guys think about that? It's, we went with a gloss wheel. We wanted red and white accents that were similar to this.
Actually, we just asked for a red stripe. We didn't ask for a white one.
We didn't, and then they did that, and I'm like, Okay. GG RTP. I think these look cool as shit.
I think they look great.
I
I think there's just enough of a difference between these and anything that you can get already from the factory.
feel like this is one of those like super little subtle details that get someone to be like, oh shit, that little white stripe goes with everything else. I think RTP did a phenomenal job. Sam and your team over at RTP, we love you guys long time. Thank you for doing such incredible work. We will be back. But Brian, you're the particular guy in the shop. You're happy with everything you see.
So far, I mean,
So
I've
far.
seen 2 wheels, and I unwrapped 2 parts out of this lovely box over here just to make sure that we had some parts gloss and some parts satin.
So these were our big boy items. These were almost a surprise at this point because RTP does such good work. It was just like, you know what? Here's what the fairing looks like.
Yes.
Make something that would look cool. Mission accomplished. RTP success. What we haven't done that we need to do before this episode's over is we need to inspect all these parts, which are tiny little fiddly bits.
Correct.
Cool. All right, so let's get all the parts out, inspect them, and if we find anything weird, we'll show you guys. It's like a really crappy Christmas. Man, how sad would a kid be if like all their gifts were wrapped in just like saran wrap?
I don't know, man. It depends on what's inside of them.
That's a good point. All right, let's find out what's inside them. We'll get them laid out, and we'll show you guys what we got. I mean, to me, these are all the parts that came off the motorcycle. Like, these are not new parts.
Correct.
So
They all look new now.
to take a 2008 CBR's foot peg mounting bracket and make it look that new, like, that's incredible. Like, look at that, guys. Like, that was like dirty silver previously. Bro, look at that. For you guys that maybe haven't seen all the episodes, like, this frame is painted. So 2 different companies made these parts and you have no idea. Like, you can't tell that at all.
So this is the part that impresses me about what they do there at RTP. This is the bore for the brake piston. So when you squeeze the lever, it pushes the piston, distributes the fluid. There's not a speck of powder in there. And then this is where the reservoir cap goes on and the fluid pumps in and out through here. Again, no powder in there.
Yeah,
They do such a good job of their masking. Nothing in the threads, here. Everything is so clean. Like, you don't have to run a tap through their stuff before you reassemble. It's pretty amazing.
If you guys have watched our previous seasons of Wreck by Revo, you probably
We get our powder
know
coat back and we sit down for an entire day and scrape and tap everything.
part of our earlier process, part of our pre-RTP, if we want to call it that.
Now, we do need to bring one more part over here. The powder coat people did not feel that they wanted to attack because there are a lot of things that need to be taped off that would be very difficult to do in powder. As you can see, this still has a tape on it. We went and we sent this off to our painter.
The same guy that painted and created the fairings.
The fairings and everything else. So he taped the rotor off just to paint the carrier, so the carrier will look so good with our nice shiny wheels.
All right. So if you're watching this episode, you're probably like, man, you guys got a lot of parts. When are they going on? Great question. In the next couple days. So
In the next many days.
that's it. That's our stuff. It's back. Is there anything stopping us from moving forward at this point?
No, I think we're on a pretty good path to start assembling.
You guys heard it from Brian first, guys. So 1 to 10, 10 being great, 1 being, well, that sucks. What do you rate RTP's job?
They always get a 10. I haven't seen them do anything that would question that they have, that they don't know what they're doing. I mean, this is the second time we've gotten powder coat. Second time we've gotten powder coat from them.
The other one is that beautiful titanium, not titanium. What is that?
Well, yeah, that's the color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's the trellis frame for our CBR 300.
We are, oh, by the way, if you will take this opportunity, all 3 CBRs are still being built, guys. If you guys missed an episode, we shelved the CBR 300 and 600 to get focused just on the 1000. Only doing 1000. When it's done and sitting over in the corner of the shop, then we'll be on to the 300 and then the 600. So we've changed things up, but everything is still as it should be and was.
And just in case you're wondering where we're at with the 300, we're pretty much at this stage with the 300.
Yeah, the
Where
300 should come together
everything is here,
pretty quick.
Everything is powder coated. Everything is pretty. We just need to assemble it. So once we get finished with this one, the 300 should be a pretty quick.
All right, that's all we got for this episode, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the process of what it takes to take used old parts on a motorcycle, what you got to do to get them looking back brand new, and after seeing this stuff, I think this bike is going to, I know this bike is going to come together really well, but like this stuff is matching up so well from using 2 totally different companies that don't talk together or anything. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully you guys are feeling good about it as well. If you guys are interested in winning the motorcycles we build, you guys know what to do. There's going to be a link down below. Check that link out. Little as $5, you can win yourself a dream bike that you could ride around. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Chase on 2 wheels and Brian out of here. Bye. Outro crew, should or should I not take my MT10 wheels off and go copycat exactly what these are? Because I think the answer is I should. Because they look cool.
I wouldn't stripe the wheel on your MT.
I want to do something. I like this whole, like, we've talked about this. I like this whole, like, graphic-y vibe.
If I was going to do that, though, I would do it in wrap so you can change it when you change the color.
Okay, outro crew, put OC in your comment. Make sure to like down below, and we'd love you guys a little bit longer. Goodbye.